Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unboxing the Chem Zone terrain set from GAMEMAT.EU. GAMEMAT.EU were kind enough to send out this Chem Zone terrain set, and I'll be using this in my Warhammer 40,000 How to Play series, so you're going to see a lot of this. But I thought it would be cool to do an unboxing so you could have a look at exactly what's included in this set, and then at the end I'll tell you a bit more about it in case you want to add it to your collection. But here we go, let's get started. You can see this is packed with terrain pieces, and so I'll just speed up the video here as I get it all out of the box. And then for the rest of the video I'll go through in detail showing you all the different pieces, putting it together on some different size mats, so for a combat patrol and for larger games, just to show how much of the mats this terrain will cover, and then you can have a good look at it compared to some miniatures as well, so you get a good idea of the size and scale. And there we go, there's even more at the bottom, so let's get that out too, and then we'll get it all on the table, unwrap it, and then have a close look. GAMEMAT.EU also sent out two large game mats, so these are double-sided mats. I'm going to do a separate video on those because there's lots to go through on them. They're really great, awesome detail, and they're going to be featuring in the series as well. That's everything out of the box, so we'll get these plastic wrappers out of the way and then we can have a real good look. And this terrain set is all made of resin and it's already assembled and painted. So how cool is that? No assembly or painting required. You can unpack it and get playing right away. Here it is, all unpacked now, and there's quite a lot going on here. We've got pipes, cargo containers, vats full of bubbling and boiling who knows what. And I think this is going to be great for Warhammer 40,000. I wanted something that matched my Space Wolves, so I chose this kind of white colour along with the metallic. I think that's going to work really well. But I can also see this in a jungle environment when I eventually get round to building my Katachan army. So I think it's going to fit in with both themes really well. My first impressions when I opened it was just how thick, chunky and dense this is. Some of the pieces are really heavy, so this is some solid resin here. They haven't held back on it whatsoever, and it's painted really well. You've got lots of battle damage on there, and yeah, really happy with the overall look and feel of it. Nice simple paintwork, but it's certainly good enough for the tabletop, and I think it looks great, especially that vat with the boiling potion in there. I think that really adds to it, and I like the stain going around the bottom of those cream cargo containers as well. Let's have a close-up look of all these pipes. So these can all connect to each other really easily, and you just pop them all next to each other, all these different points that they can join against. A nice simple paint job here, but really effective. And as we come in close, you can just see the quality here, whether this is printed or molded, I'm not sure. Probably printed, right? It must be. But it looks really, really smooth. You can see a little bit of texture there, but certainly when it's on the tabletop, you don't notice any of that. That paint hides any texture that might come through. And you're going to get 8 pieces all together of these large pipes, and you're going to get 4 varieties. So there's the first one, you got this second one with a bit more detailing on and some smaller pipes on it, this one here that looks like a lightsaber, and then you got the 4th type here, another version. So connecting all those in different ways is really fun. You've even got some end pieces like this which shows the pipe like broken up, and that's really great for some battle damage on the battlefield. Altogether you're going to get 4 of those damaged pipe pieces. These are useful, these L end pieces, just to cap off those pipes if you don't want them running, or you use them as a vent and just pop it on top of a building, something like that. I think you've got lots of options, and so you're going to get 4 of those as well, so you can really build up some different combinations with these pipes. This is a nice piece, you've got a cross junction, so again you can have it as a standalone piece, which I think looks pretty cool, or you can connect different pipes to it. You're going to get 4 of those as well. So we're really starting to build up this network of pipes now. Then there's some barrels, and we've got 2 different colours. This is the silver metallic one, and you'll see the cream ones in a second. So altogether, you're going to get 5 of these little barrels. They could even serve as little pipes or ducts. And then you've got the cream ones, exactly the same sculpt or like cast, but they're going to just be painted with that green gunk at the bottom as well. And altogether, you're going to get 5 of the cream version. This looks like it could be a generator or some kind of vent. Nice chunky piece, going to provide a good amount of cover there. And I'll put some miniatures up against these pieces later on so you can see the size and scale. But you're going to get 2 of those altogether. So these can act as little terminals, maybe you can tie it into the mission even. Then we've got some little mini crates, and you've got them in 2 different colours. Here's the cream version, and these can either be stood up on their end like that, or lay them flat, or a mix of the two. And then all together you're going to get 5, so you can stack these up for a nice piece of cover as well. And here's the metallic version, exactly the same cast or sculpt, nice details, all the rivets and the grooves in there, and you're going to get 5 of the metallic crates too. Now onto some big cargo crates, and here's the cream version, which has got this nice metallic pipe running around it and some really good details on here. You're going to get a good number of these as well, so you can really stack them on top of each other. You can see it's nice and flat on top to stack it up, and so that's going to provide some big cover for the vehicles for sure. And then you're going to get 4 of the cream crates altogether, and then the metallic version exactly the same again, but just painted in that one metallic colour. You could jazz this up a little bit if you wanted to, maybe bring out some of that pipe work a little bit with a different paint over the top, maybe just pop a contrast paint or a shade over it, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. I think it looks great. And there's 4 of those, so by the time you mix those with the cream ones, you can get some nice effects. This is a really chunky and heavy piece, and this represents one of the big vats as if it's been exploded, and so this is all painted in a metallic. Again, you could add a bit more colour and paint to this if you wanted to, maybe put some of that gunk dribbling off it with some different paint effects, but I'm going to leave it as it is. I think it's just great. This looks really good. And here's one of the vats. So this is the closed one, and this is the half size, and still pretty decent though. You can hide some miniatures behind there, no problem, even some of the larger ones like your Terminators and things like that. And so you're going to get 1 of those all together, and here you can see a nice close-up. Again, it's got that gunk running around the bottom. And then we've got the one with the vat where you can see what's inside. So this is a really nice effect. The outside's just the same, that nice battle damage all over it. And then inside you can see the effect they've done on the bubbling green gunk. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can get a closer look. And so this is really effective and certainly stands out when it's on the tabletop. So altogether you get 1 of those. So these are the same height as the one you just saw previously. Then we got this one. This is the biggest piece of terrain included in the set, and this is almost twice as big as the ones we've just seen. So this is a good centerpiece. You're going to get loads of cover behind this. You can even hide some flyers maybe behind it if the stand isn't too high. And so you get 1 of those all together, and then putting that alongside the 2 smaller pieces, you can see it could form 1 large piece, and you can connect it with the different pipes as well if you wanted to. Let's pop a Space Wolf next to it just to give you an idea of the height, and you can really see he's well protected there. Certainly going to get lots of cover, and even the bigger models are going to benefit from that. And the cargo crates as well, he can hide behind that. The pipes can act as some nice barriers. Maybe you can put some house rules so you can climb over them, because some of them are a little bit over that 1-inch mark, but you can see him here next to all the different pieces. Certainly good size. You're going to get cover from the different cargo crates and those terminals as well. Now I've put this on a 44 by 60 inch battle mat, and this is the mat from GAMEMAT.EU, which we'll be looking at again in close detail in another video. And I've spread the terrain out. Now you might need a little bit more terrain for a game this size. I think if you want lots of cover in the 4 corners or more in the centre, then you are going to need to put a little bit more in there. But when you reduce it down to a 44 by 30, then this is perfect. I think this covers the battlefield really well. And for combat patrols, which is something I'm going to focus on here on the channel, this set gives you ample amount of terrain, I think, and the different ways you can combine all the pipes and arrange these different cargo crates, I think you're going to have plenty of opportunity to give some really good cover for your models. And you know, with this size you can go up to, I think it's 1,000 points, so this is certainly going to be a popular size table to play on. And this bit looks great. I love this bubbling green goo that's in there. And then these little crates are handy as well, so you can certainly get some cheeky cover as you go around the battlefield, and then you can cut off areas of the battlefield with this pipe perhaps, and then add some features like the broken pipes just to bring it to life. You're going to see a lot of this terrain with the Space Wolves when I do the How to Play Warhammer 40,000 series, but here you can just see some of the Terminators. We've got a Dreadnought in the back there, and so it looks really cool once you start putting models in there. And you can even get some cover from those smaller vats for vehicles like the Rhino that you can see here. So there we go, that's everything that's included in the Chem Zone terrain set, and I gotta say I'm really impressed with this. It's really cool that it's already built, it's already painted, just get it straight out of the box, unpack it, and you can get playing straight away. So if you don't like building and painting your terrain, I think this is going to be a great option for you. For a 30 by 44 inch game mat, this is perfect. You're going to really fill it up nicely, but once you start going bigger than that, I think you would want to add a little bit more terrain, maybe get 2 of these packs, or add something else, some extra terrain from some you might already have. I'll put some links in the description below to GAMEMAT.EU website, so if you want to go and check it out and pick up a set for yourself, then you can find it there. They've got lots of other versions. You can get the Chem Zone set in a yellow colour as well, and they've also got loads of other terrain like Rocky Base, Fallout Zone. They've got fantasy terrain as well, and you might have seen this on some other battle reports on some other channels on YouTube because it's very popular, and I can see why. Just getting it straight out of the box and playing right away is brilliant. You can also pick up some individual pieces there, like the warp portal, or maybe just some castle walls or a gothic temple. So lots to have a look at, and a really great website, and just something a little bit different from what we usually see and build ourselves. Thanks again to GAMEMAT.EU for sending out this terrain set and supporting the channel, and I can't wait to feature it in the How to Play Warhammer 40,000 series, which will be coming up really soon. And I hope you enjoyed this video too, and it gave you a good idea about what the company's about and some of the products they make. And these are just some of them. They do mats and lots of others, which I'll share with you in a video coming soon. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.